What is going on, Pats Nation? You guys already know who it is. Patriots Global here, back with another video, and in this one, we got some shocking news right before the start of free agency here, and it's already been a whirlwind around the league right before the start of the new league year. This is just telling on what exactly this offseason is going to be like, so we are in for a lot of fun, not just Patriots-wide, but, league-wide. But starting off here, the Patriots have released former Pro Bowl punter Jake Bailey, just 25 years old, and just 7 months after signing him to a big 4-year deal. Now, Jake Bailey, like I mentioned, only 25 years old. This man is still in his prime. He has so much time left in the NFL. Really, his career was just starting. He was originally drafted by the Patriots in the 5th round of the 2019 NFL Draft. He was a standout in training camp. Everybody was talking about him. His hang time was unbelievable, and he was able to beat out Ryan Allen, the Patriots veteran punter, pretty much instantaneously, and really ended Ryan Allen's career. Who would have thought that just a few years after that, the Patriots would just be wishing they had Ryan Allen currently? Now, since being drafted in 2019, he appeared the next 4 seasons in about 60 regular season games and playoff games included with that. He was able to earn first team All-Pro honors and Pro Bowl nominations after just his 2nd season. Bailey was a top 3 punter. Where you would rank him from 1 to 3, it's totally up to you. But he was a top 3 punter. This guy was getting voted to Pro Bowls. He was getting snubbed from Pro Bowls a couple of years. And again, made NFL All-Pro honors. With those statistics, you would think that he was going to be in the NFL for a very long time. He was going to be very good for a very long time. But no, in a couple of years after that, we're here in reality and he's getting released. Bailey showed plenty of promise throughout his entire career, not just being the Patriots punter, but also being their kickoff specialist, being their holder when it came to field goals. But in 2021, he was not able to build off of really the amazing couple of seasons he had prior. Despite that, the Patriots still signed him to a big contract. That contract was a 4-year deal worth about $13.5 million. They signed him to that in just August of 2022. Despite the down year in 2021, the Patriots did believe that Jake Bailey could get back to that all-pro form that he once was in. He was a massive part to the Patriots' special teams and their success. But instead of returning to the all-pro or Pro Bowl form, or even elite form that he was, in 2022, he just took a bigger step back due to a back injury that put him on the injured reserve in mid-November. Was really never able to return from that. And this isn't just a case of, his injury must have been more serious than we thought, because before he got injured, before he was placed on IR with that back injury, he was averaging just 42.1 yards per punt with a net of 35.2. He ranked 34th out of 35, he ranked 34th and 35th in the NFL in respective categories to end his 2022 season. Last season in the NFL in the punting category, he was ranked dead last. He was the worst punter in the National Football League last year. Now, unfortunately, the Patriots didn't really have much of an answer when they placed Jake Bailey on IR, and you'd think there would be a couple of punters that could at least be average coming in off the streets, but no. The Patriots signed Michael Pilardi, who had some good moments, but mostly had bad moments. He was a below-average punter for the Patriots, taking over for Jake Bailey, and really put the Patriots in bad field position time after time. Now, with that being said, Jake Bailey was designated to return from the injured reserve in December, but the Patriots decided not to. They thought rolling with Michael Pilardi was a better option for the team than bringing back Jake Bailey. Now, this was a little bit of a surprise move just because Jake Bailey did at least return to practice in December. He was a regular participant over the next 2 weeks of practice, but the Patriots shut him down and said, "You're not coming back this season." It was then later announced that the New England Patriots actually suspended him over what was a dispute between Jake Bailey and the Patriots coaching staff about his readiness to return to football. So essentially, the Patriots supposedly thought that Jake Bailey was not able to return. He was in practice for about 2 weeks. They did not designate him to return. And after 2 weeks, they told him, "Yeah, you're staying on IR. Your season's done." Well, he thought he was ready to return. And keep in mind, part of Jake Bailey's money is incentive-based in his contract. He has to play a certain amount of games, has to have a certain net average, this, that, and the other. So obviously, the less games he plays, the less money he's also going to make. Now, of course, after he was suspended, this did not go down well with Jake Bailey or his agent, and Jake Bailey did file a grievance against the New England Patriots. Now, for some reason, the Patriots did lift the suspension of Jake Bailey just a little bit after this news dropped, which really made no sense. 2 players were suspended, both in Jake Bailey and Jack Jones. Now, Jack Jones' suspension did last. Jake Bailey's didn't. And Bill Belichick was actually asked about the situation in a press conference, and he even said that he doesn't know Bailey's future with the team, but he does hope that Jake Bailey is back with the Patriots. And just a couple months later, he's releasing him. So obviously the Patriots are at a very weird position where they likely need a new kicker, but now they need a punter. And to the point where they don't have a punter signed, period. So this could be a draft where the New England Patriots potentially look to bring in a kicker and a punter within the same draft. Now, there are some pretty decent punters in this year's draft. Now, Bryce Behringer from Michigan State, I think, is a name to watch for New England. Adam Korsak from Rutgers is another name to watch. Brad Robinson from Michigan. Michael Turk, who's probably the best punter in this year's draft. Obviously, if the Patriots can nail him, would probably be the best option. And New England could, of course, also look towards the free agency pool. The issue with punters is usually not a big one. It's nothing like it is with kickers. So you can usually find a guy on the free agency market, maybe a 7th round trade for somebody's punter, to fill that need if they want to go the veteran route. I would hope that they wouldn't bring Michael Pilardi back, but I can see a world in which they do so. I could also see a world in which the Patriots bring a veteran punter, maybe a couple of veteran punters, but a veteran punter here once minicamp comes along and training camp comes along, and then draft a punter a little bit later on in the draft, maybe UDFA, and then kind of brawl it out to see what the best option is for them. But really, it cannot get worse than it was for New England in the punting category than it was in 2022. But what are your guys' thoughts on Jake Bailey officially being released? Obviously, a very crazy storyline. In less than a year, he goes from signing a 4-year, $13 million contract to going on IR, being designated to return, being suspended and being filed for a grievance, and now just being straight up released. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to leave a big like on this video, and of course, subscribe to the channel for all of your New England Patriots news. Like always though, I appreciate you guys for watching, and go Pats.